What's up, everybody? Basically, this is my first video, and I decided that for my first video, I'm going to do a review on Primitive War. As you can see, it's on my TV right now, and we're gonna get straight into it. We're not going to we're not gonna beat around the bush. We're just gonna get straight into what I thought of it, and actually, I'll take this to a more appropriate environment to answer that question. Alright, so now we are in an environment more appropriately suited for Primitive War. Listen, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do this properly. To answer that question, I recently proposed. It's a pretty good movie. Alright, so yes, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Pretty good. Not great, though. It's got flaws, but I'll discuss more on that. First, you know what? Let's discuss the flaws right now, because I think that we should end it off on a positive note. Some of the things I thought that were bad about this movie... I can't even say that this was a negative, because I know this film had a lower budget, and so, like... I wish we saw more of the dinosaurs. I really thought that when the dinosaurs were attacking humans, were doing their thing, the movie was best. It was like seeing the dinosaurs survive, hunt each other, do all their stuff in their natural environment. I mean, that's literally like the peak of the movie, and it is good shit. So it's a disappointment once the dinosaurs come off the screen. Next thing. Acting, sometimes I feel like the acting was a little bit dry, not all the time though. Like I said, it was just some very like specific circumstances, and I don't even know if it's less to do with the actors themselves or the writing, because I also think that the writing was a little bit hit or miss. Like I said, I wouldn't even say the acting was not even okay. It was good. It was good acting. It just, I feel like sometimes it could have been a little better. Same with the writing. Again, it was okay writing. It could have been a little better. Like there's this one fart joke in the middle of the guys talking about saving the world on like the boat right before the Spinosaurus attack. That I thought was a little weird, a little strange timing, but that could just also be me. Again, and probably the final gripe I have with this movie is that sometimes the CGI can also be a bit hit or miss. But again, I'm pretty sure this film had a lower budget, and I've also spent my entire life watching Jurassic movies, and the much higher budget allowed for, you know, much more polished looking CGI. So again, it's just the product of being a lower budget movie, and at the end of the day, if it is a lower budget movie, it's really, really good. And that, I think, is actually going to conclude my negatives for it. Honestly, I'd give the writing a 7 out of 10, CGI 8 out of 10, the acting another 7 out of 10, and the dinosaurs when we saw them, like phenomenal, like 9 out of 10. It's just I wish we saw more, like Cyclops the Velociraptor. He was so sick. And now of course I know he dies and ultimately gets replaced with like Sobek in the comics and in the novels, but just sticking straight to the movie, I wish that we just saw more of the dinosaurs, more of like Cyclops, more like the Tyrannosaurus, and more of the Spinosaurus. Like I know he replaced like the Caprosuchus, and that's, I mean, yeah, I wish we got to see both in the movie, but if I had to choose one, I'd rather choose the Spinosaurus. But I also wish that we just saw more of him, you know, more of them, more of the T-Rex pair, although the T-Rex pair did get a really cool scene, and the Utah Raptor pack, holy crap, that ending with them in the hell, that was peak. Alright, like, no joke, when this movie like hits, it freaking hits. It does not hit emotional beats very well. It's not really too much of an emotional movie. I mean, you might get a little bit sad when like some of the soldiers sacrifice themselves, but ultimately it's not a very emotional movie. That's just how it is, you know. But I'm telling you, the action scenes, like, there are three standout examples. In two are towards the end, one was in the middle. The scene where, the scene where the Spinosaurus hunted down the Triceratops, not very accurate. Unfortunately, I am a huge Spinosaurus fan, but he would get gored by a Triceratops. But when the Spinosaurus took out the Triceratops, incredible looking, like really, really good, awesome. That like entire river scene, very, very, very cool. Next one, the Tyrannosaurus, when like the Tyrannosaurus pair, when they were like invading the Russian lab, that was awesome. That was like when they were destroying the outpost. Holy crap. Especially when like that T-Rex was destroying that tank, it was awesome. It was like so free, like, I'm trying to avoid cursing in this, so freaking cool. And then you had, what was it? And then there was the Utah Raptors. The Utah Raptors, best part of this movie, easily. The helicopter scene when like 80 of them come at the men in the helicopter. One freaking decapitates a freaking Utah Raptor. The next guy like shoots him down, but they just keep on coming. That was so badass. Tonally, and you know what? We're gonna compare them. Tonally, it's not very much like a Jurassic movie, like what a lot of people might think, because, both star dinosaurs. Well, it's actually tonally very different, I'd say. Tonally, it's a lot more like a MonsterVerse movie. Like, of course, Kong Skull Island, because the Vietnam stuff, yeah. Like the Vietnam, World War II. The vibes are just very similar to that, but it just feels more like a MonsterVerse movie, if anything. Probably because of the more sci-fi aspects. Like Jurassic Park is a sci-fi franchise, but this is even more sci-fi. I mean, you have a particle collider that creates a wormhole that actual dinosaurs escape from. I mean, pretty sick idea. Ultimately, it felt like a MonsterVerse movie, except starring dinosaurs and not just random creatures, like just random, nameless super fauna. Of course, that's no dig at the MonsterVerse. I love the MonsterVerse. Actually, right there, I have a poster for two posters right there. But it's time we get to the comparison. You probably saw this coming. Both were 2025 dinosaur movies, and it's a surprisingly niche group movies, dinosaur movies, especially ones that come out the same year. Jurassic World Rebirth and Primitive War. It's kind of like a David and Goliath comparison. Primitive War being David and Jurassic Rebirth being Goliath. And the reason why is Jurassic World Rebirth, again, is just coming from a juggernaut of a franchise, over $1 billion each movie. It's gonna... The CGI was better, and I think the acting was slightly better. The writing for both of them, in my opinion, like both movies, kind of on par. Like I said, though, I think the acting was sometimes better at Rebirth, and the CGI was a little more polished, but how they used the dinosaurs within those movies, I mean, like, the T-Rex, it's Rebirth had its moments, but ultimately, I'd say definitely Primitive War used the dinosaurs better. The dinosaurs felt like monsters and animals in this movie, while in Rebirth, they felt less like monsters and animals and more like obstacles. Like, we have to get this dinosaur and then go to the next, and then go to the next. This one, they are just genuinely trying to survive, and it is awesome. I gave Rebirth a 7 out of 10 when I initially reviewed it on my other channel. I think that I would give Primitive War also a 7 out of 10. The dinosaur scenes, awesome. Love them personally. Just like a MonsterVerse movie, it's the human characters, I think, that drag it down, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just stupid. Could also be very truthful. But yeah, I think that's actually gonna conclude today's video. It's my first video on this channel. Cheers to a new chapter and adventure, I guess. Peace.